Hello and good evening. I'm Scott Krijnen and you found the Beginning Orchestra. Welcome to Back to School Night. I sure wish we could all be together for this event, but I think we can all agree the most important thing right now is to make sure schools stay open and that students can stay in attendance. It's been incredible to have kids back in the classroom, and I'm already very proud of the students that you've brought in to Castillero Middle School. I'm in my 17th year here at Castillero Middle School, and in addition to teaching here, I do the after-school program at Simons Elementary. I'm a guest conductor for the Palo Alto Chamber Orchestra, the founding member and musical director for the Cambrian Symphony, which has a full season of concerts as well as bringing live music back to the Nutcracker in downtown San Jose. I've guest conducted at Stanford and worked with the music ed majors at San Jose State as well as run their summer festival. And in addition to that, I do presentations and lectures up and down the state of California for music educators, as well as lead honor orchestras in places like Bakersfield and Fresno and down in SoCal. Not only have I been able to do lots of presentations for music educators, but I'm also a cellist. My undergraduate degree is from the University of Idaho in music education, and my master's degree is from the San Francisco Conservatory of Music. And while teaching at Castillero, I've had the great fortune of being able to do several world premieres and travel the world as a cellist, and then more recently as a conductor. The first 8 days of class have been about learning to read music, to work together as an orchestra, and to do activities that show students that they are the reason that we're going to be successful. We've stood on chairs, I've jumped off counters. That's all true. It's helped them learn how to listen, learn how to communicate, and learn how to manage themselves. We all know that none of us can practice for them, none of us can do the homework for them, none of us can listen for them. They are the success, and they're learning the tools necessary to be successful. In the next week or so, your student will be going home with an instrument. It'll come with a contract. That contract needs to be signed and returned. And all it's saying is that you'll make sure to do your very best to take care of the instrument. We know that accidents happen, and we'll just communicate about that as the best way to manage the instrument. But for the most part, what we like to do is be able to give you, your family, an instrument for free, no cost. We're very fortunate that Castillero has 400 string instruments that they're able to give to their students every year. We're also very fortunate that Castillero students and families are really amazing, and they take excellent care of these instruments as a way of saying thank you for all the people who have donated money previously to give us access. When those instruments come home, we ask that no parents play them unless you're a trained string musician, and we also ask that no parents try to fix them. We want to make sure that if anything goes wrong, bring it on into Castillero and I'll take care of it for you. The first noises that you make are pretty special. It's going to get better, it's going to get rounder, it's going to get more resonant. But what I'd like for you to do initially is when those instruments come home and they practice, be excited that they're practicing, support their practicing, encourage their practicing. Go outside and do yard work if you have to, but make sure you smile and say, good job, we're proud of you for putting in the effort. It takes time to learn these instruments well, and only through consistent practice will you see consistent progress. I'll teach them how to practice, so therefore they're more efficient and happier during that process. Grades are an interesting discussion this year, district-wide. There is a new grading system, and all teachers are adapting to that, as will many families. Bottom line, your students will always have the opportunity to complete their tasks. They have the entire semester to grow, because there will be some things that are going to be very challenging for them, and a week will just not be enough time. So my policy always is to measure growth and to see where a student is and where a student might go, and then help them in that path. If you ever have any questions about grades or concerns about their progress, feel free to email me at scrijnen@sjusd.org, or you can always text me at 509-998-6708. So what do they learn in Beginning Orchestra? Well, they learn to read music, and if your child already can, that's terrific. They'll be able to focus on their instrument. But if your child can't, that's also terrific, because we teach them. They're going to use a method book called Strictly Strings. That's provided by us as well. We're going to make sure they know how to hold the instrument, how to hold the bow, how to make a sound with pizzicato, how to make a sound arco. They'll learn slurs and slur staccato. They'll learn quarter notes and half notes and whole notes and eighth notes. They'll learn how to play together in an ensemble. They'll learn all the notes on their G, D, A, and E string. By the end of the year, they'll know all the notes on all their strings, as well as be playing actual orchestra music. It's an incredible amount of growth, and it's always amazing to watch where they start and where they go. one of the ways that you'll be able to participate in that is by watching them in their winter concert. On the syllabus, you've got to see the 3 concert schedule for the beginning orchestra. Now, this is all pending COVID, so we'll see how those actually look. But for now, the idea is on this Friday, December 3rd, you'll get to hear them perform, you'll get to hear them again in March, and then at the very end of the year in May. You'll see an amazing amount of progress. Plus, when you come to the concert, you get to see the older and more experienced students to see what your kids are going to sound like in only a year or so. I know what a big transition it's been to go from remote teaching back to in-person teaching. I have 2 children of my own, 11 and 9 years old, a 6th grader and a 4th grader, so I also understand all these transitions going into middle school. If you ever need any help or support, of course, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm Scott Krijnen, and you can find me basically anywhere. But if you can spell my name, you're on the right track. That's skrijnen at sjusd.org. And if you're looking for more resources, you can also find me on YouTube, where I have video tutorials for every page of our method book, as well as tutorials for how to hold a bow, how to hold the left hand, how to hold the instrument, how to make a great sound. I can't wait to see the progress. I can't wait to meet you all in person. Thank you for being flexible. Thank you for supporting your students. Thank you for supporting Castillero, and welcome to Castillero Orchestra.